I coach business manifestation for a living. My clients use it to build 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses. So understand what it means when I tell you this. Most of what you've been sold to about the law of attraction is actually designed to keep you buying. It never was designed to help you get rich. I know this because I spent 10 long years buying it. And in this video, I'm going to pull down the curtain and show you exactly what this is. In this video, I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people in my own industry. That's good. I'm cool with that. Because somebody needs to say it out loud, because right now there are millions of people visualizing, journaling, saying a bunch of affirmations, doing everything they've been told to do. And guess what? Nothing's happening. And the industry has trained you to blame yourself. You weren't aligned. Your vibe was off. You didn't believe in yourself. There wasn't enough gratitude. So you can buy the next course, there's version 2.0. And here's what we're going to do today. I'll show you the lie that this industry keeps selling and exactly why it sells so well. I'll show you why the vision boards, the affirmations on their own are absolutely useless and do nothing. And I've got a comparison for you, which you'll never forget. I'll teach you exactly what the expensive room teaches that the cheap courses never will. Then I'll give you the mechanism. It's got 2 parts, and the industry's only ever sold you half of one part. And at the end, a 30-second test to prove, so you can spot the real work versus the BS. So before you spend another $1, let's go. Now here's the version that you were sold. Close your eyes, picture the money falling from the skies, visualize a car, feel good about it, cut out some pictures, whack them on your vision board, feel good, and the universe will deliver. That's a lie, and I need you to understand why it sells so well, because this is a part that nobody's talking about. It sells because it's a perfect product. Think about it. It feels amazing, right? The best part is that it asks you to do absolutely fuck all. You get to sit down in your comfy chair, in your current lifestyle, with your current habits, your current beliefs, your current excuses, and you feel like a millionaire for 20 minutes a day. And of course, people buy it. It's crazy. It's all hope, it's all wishful thinking with zero effort. But here's the real evil genius part behind it, right? When it doesn't work, guess what happens? It doesn't work, the failure gets blamed on you. You weren't grateful enough. You had resistance. You weren't aligned. You had so much self-doubt. So what's the solution? Oh, why don't you try my next course, another course, a deeper program, a retreat? And all you do is go round and round and round, the next course, the next product, whatever it is, fake gurus. I know this because I went around and round for like 10 years. Ever since that movie came out, The Secret, the one that blew the whole industry up, I was all in. I did everything that he said, visualize, do this, do that for 10 years. And you know what? You know where I ended up? Broke, in debt, blaming myself, sitting there thinking maybe I'm not worthy, maybe good things aren't meant for somebody like me. The crazy part is the law of attraction is actually real, and it does work. It's been working since the beginning of time. So many successful people used it. You were just sold some mishmash information. So let me prove it to you. Let me give you a picture that you'll never forget. Imagine I tell you that I want a 6-pack, ripped tone, best shape of my life. So I print out a picture and stick it on my fridge. And every morning I look at it and say aloud, I'm ripped, I'm shredded, I'm lean, I'm in the best shape of my life. And then every single freaking night I go get a 6-piece bucket of KFC, 2 fries, gravy, the whole works. Next night, back again the whole time. I'm telling myself, it's coming, I can feel it. I've got this 6-pack, it's on its way. And you tell me that I've actually lost my mind, and you'd be absolutely right, because that's exactly, when I mean exactly, that's what people in this industry are doing with money. The vision boards on the fridge, the affirmations, I'm shouting out, I'm shredded whilst you're eating your fried chicken, the daily habits, the beliefs, the decisions, the identity underneath all of that. They go untouched. Same chicken every freaking night. And here's why it doesn't work, because there's nothing mystical about the reason. Your results don't come from what you stare at. They come from your inner programming. They come from the deep beliefs that you have about money, about yourself, that run your day automatically. I've covered where the programming actually comes from in one of my other videos. And when you say an affirmation, your programming doesn't believe. You know what happens inside? Nothing. You stand there going, I'm a millionaire. And then what happens? The program underneath goes, no, you're not. It deletes it on the spot. And that's why you can affirm for 10 years, staying at the same income level like I did. So the picture on the vision board isn't the problem. The real problem is that these crazy ass coaches told you that the vision board was the work. Do the vision board. It's going to make the difference. The board is just a postcard from the destination. The work is what actually gets you there, and that's the part they never ever sold you. So let me show you where I finally learned that. Over the past years, I've invested more than $500,000 on mentors. $500,000. That's the tuition I paid to learn the difference between the cheap version of the industry and the real one. And believe me, I paid for both. My first mentor, I picked him because he looked the part. All of these books to his name, nice pinstripe suits. I paid him for 3 freaking years. And all it did was put me in 65K's worth of debt. I found out later that my first mentor was actually broke himself. He's actually sleeping in his office. That's the cheap end of this industry. People selling the map to places they haven't actually been to. And now you can see the same thing everywhere today, like $97 certification coaches. Become a law of attraction coach, $97. Certified by who? Somebody who's watched a few videos of their own. Maybe somebody's going to watch some of my videos now and put some stuff together and sell you a course. Look, I could order a stamp from Amazon for $5 and start certifying people tomorrow. But that's what's being sold out there. People with mishmash information, bits from 20 different videos, 20 different books, packaged up with their own jargon, teaching you something they've never actually done themselves. And this is why I've got a massive problem with this, because I was caught out. Then finally, I got into the real rooms with the big boys and the big girls were hanging out, the ones that actually cost serious money, with teachers who'd actually had results themselves and helped countless people. And you know what shocked me the most? Nobody in those rooms was gluing magazine pictures together on a cardboard, creating a vision board. No one was talking about lucky feathers, crystals in your purse. The real rooms work on 2 things and 2 things only. Who you are, meaning that identity that you have, the beliefs running underneath. And secondly, what you do, meaning the actions that identity takes every single day, non-negotiable, precise, strategic, and almost boring work. The work was done on my own self-concept of myself and my programming in a certain order. And then I was expected to act on it immediately. The free version sold me the magic. The real version handed me the mirror and a to-do list. And that's the difference between the theater and the mechanism. So let me give you the mechanism clean. Here's how this actually works when you actually strip out all the BS. So there's 2 parts, 1 engine. Part 1 is your identity, your subconscious mind that carries a picture of who you are and what you believe you're worth, what you believe people will pay you, and what you can charge, and whatever level money is for you. And your life will reflect that picture over and over again, because you can never outperform your own concept, your own self-image, your own beliefs about yourself. This is the true part that the industry actually stumbled upon. Change inside and the outside changes. Success is really like an inside job, but changing it isn't like staring at a picture of a Ferrari. It's the work that I walk you through on this channel. Catch the old programming, challenge it with proof, and feed the new identity through daily repetition until your mind actually accepts it. It takes weeks, months, not just one candlelit evening. Nobody sells that part in the ads because months of repetition doesn't sound sexy and it doesn't sell as well as Manifest by Friday. Part 2, it's aligned action. And this is the half they never sold you. Once the identity starts shifting, you have to move into action. The attraction kicks in when you take action, not before. You can't just sit there on your couch visualizing and expecting the universe to do your outreach for you. It's 50-50, right? You show up, you do your part, and things start meeting you halfway. It's a 50-50 deal. And when both parts run together, it looks like magic from the outside. The person starts to act differently, they show up differently, so they also charge differently. They attract differently. The doors that were once closed suddenly open because now they can actually see them and they actually walk through them doors. It's real. I told you about a client who'd been stuck at 20K a month since 2015. When she hit 67K a month, there was not one single vision board involved, not one candle, not one crystal. I can tell you that she followed the exact steps, the inner work, in a precise order and paired it with action every single day. That's what manifesting looks like when it's real. It looks like work that finally isn't fighting itself. Identity plus action, that's the whole engine. Everything else is just a decoration, it's a distraction. So how do you make sure that nobody ever sells you another decoration again? 30-second test, here's the test. The next time you're looking at any coach, course, program in this space, ask 3 questions. This is a 30-second test and it saves you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. Question number 1, does it actually ask me to change or just feel good? Real subconscious work is uncomfortable. It digs up your old beliefs, makes you face your own numbers. This gives you things to do that your old identity doesn't want to do. So look at the theatrics they sell you from day one. So if it feels all lovely and it feels easy and it feels good immediately, you're at the show, not a program. Question number 2, does it actually require any action at all? Or does it promise you results without any action? If the pitch is that you can just attract wealth without actually changing what you do, close a tab, run a mile. Anything that removes the action from the equation isn't teaching manifestation, it's selling a lottery ticket with incense. Question number 3, and this is probably the biggest one. Is this actually working for the person selling it? And ask them straight out, hey, listen, what are your results? What are your clients' results? Show me some case studies. Who actually trained you? I do this all the time on coaches who come to me. They tell me that they've been teaching this stuff for like 10 years. I ask them, so why are you only earning what you're earning? And it goes quiet. So often I ask the question like, how much are you actually earning a month? No, in fact, I actually asked this first question. What do you do? I'm a law of attraction coach. I'm a manifestation coach. How much are you earning? 2,000. How long have you been at 2,000 for? Oh, it's been about 10 years. So obviously it's not working for them. So I asked the question, is your stuff working for you? It hasn't, has it? Because how can it work for somebody else if it hasn't worked for you? So harsh, right? You're probably thinking, Mindy, that's a bit harsh. But listen, if someone's teaching you to swim from the shore, you should be allowed to ask them if they've ever been in the water themselves. And one bonus sign, if the program involves lucky feathers, crystals in your pocket, or being grateful for the parking space that you manifested or that cup of coffee, that stuff might be nice as a hobby, but it's not going to grow your business and it's definitely not going to make you millions. The free version gets you a parking spot. The real version builds you lasting wealth. You need to know which one you're paying for. Low ticket, low rewards. High ticket, probably high rewards. And if you want the real results, a real version laid out to you step by step, then I put together a 5-day challenge. There's a link in the description. Go grab it. So listen up. I'm not telling you to actually give up on manifestation. I'm telling you to give up on the theatre version because it's already cost you many, many years and probably lots of money. The real thing works. It's built my whole life. It's earned me millions and I've helped countless people do the same. But it's an engine with 2 parts, who you're becoming and what you're doing. And it doesn't run on a cardboard vision board and feathers. So make a decision today, okay? Take the vision board down off the wall if you have to. But make sure you keep the dream, keep focus on the dream and go do the actual work on the subconscious program. This week, not one day, because it's like I tell my clients, go all out or go back to bed. Comment below and tell me the craziest thing that you've ever been sold in the industry. Feathers, crystals, moon water, I want to hear it. If you've enjoyed this video, then guess what? You're going to love the next one on the screen right here. And make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next video.